living 200 miles from nowhere. The thought of coming home so far away. 20-something years old, a little young, a little bold. Ignorance is bliss, so they say. A little short on money, a little long on dreams. Trying to make a life of our own. Sunrise to sunset, we were hedging all our bets. Never gambled on coming home. No, we're never coming home. No, we're never coming home. Always change while digging through the ashtray. Plenty of pennies, but there ain't no dimes. And the tank keeps getting empty, no matter how much you put in. Sick of losing all the time. Another payday gone by, another well run dry. We're getting so broke, we're about to break. Yeah, we're catching it all, living all that sweat and all that sin. About as much as we can take. I think we got enough to get there. I think that this is our time. We may be going through broke, but let's try.
This is the part where you all clap your hands.
Headed west on 46, past that old Jack Ranch, a little church that we know. Get the pedal to the floor, in the rear view, nothing more. Just 20 miles to go. I'm coming home.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Is my microphone on? Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Check 1 2 2 2. Good morning, that's the Small Kicks. It's the only band in the world that I'm licensed to play on the radio. This isn't even the radio, it's internet. The only band that I'm licensed to play anywhere in the world, even on the World Wide Web. My name is Mike Brady. If you're watching this, you probably know that. So good morning. It's the Morning Buzz. Hi, Minerva Lopez. How are you? Watching from Texas. All right. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you from so far away. I'm used to disappointing people locally, just not that far away. So good morning. Yeah, big Texas contingency in the house. Welcome. Texas, I would say, is probably one of my favorite places on earth, especially hill country. I'm a big fan of a place called Gruene, Gruene. It's just north of San Antonio. And if you've never been to Gruene, Texas, it's the oldest dance hall in Texas. It's called Gruene Hall. It's pretty close to the most magical place on earth. It's the dance hall where George Strait played his first show. And over the years, anybody who's anybody in the music and country music world has played Gruene Hall. There's a little trap door. This is no lie. On the side of Gruene Hall. I'm going to Google this. On the side of Gruene Hall, there's a little trap door that is Hall Willie's door. It's a little tiny door on the side of the Green Hall that that is reserved only for Willie Nelson. And so when Willie plays at Green Hall, again, keep in mind this is a dance hall that's like open air on all on big two sides. The front of it is just a beer only bar. It's a cash only, beer only bar. There's a big dance hall. There's a stage, and it maybe fits 1,000 people. But it's it's an amazing place. So there's a trap door on the side of it, and I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. So at Green Hall, there's literally a place where Willie's bus pulls up, and can I get a zoom in? And this is so like he can go here. There's a Willie right there. There's a trap door right on the side of the hall. Willie's bus pulls up. He gets out of his bus and climbs up this little ladder stair and goes inside this trap door to get into the hall. And that's just because every time Willie plays there, it's just chaos and madness. And the dude is old, right? And so he kind of makes his way from the bus into that trap door and then onto the stage. But Green Hall, here's a picture of it. It's again, it's the most magical place on earth. It's the equivalent to oh gosh, what would I it's right up there with like oh, I don't know. I don't know. To me, there's like very sacred places in this world. You know, obviously the North County is one of them. Green Hall is one of them. The University of Notre Dame is one of them for me. It's just it's a magical place. So if you've never been to in Texas, then you need to check it out because it's fabulous. So okay, how did I get off on that tangent? Oh yes, that's right. Minerva is watching from Texas. All right, it's the Morning Buzz. It's the Monday edition. Today is the 26th of April, and if I'm being completely honest with you guys, which I always want to be honest, and if I tell you this, you're probably going to say, "Well, that's a no-brainer, Mike. We already knew that." So I'll just go out and say it. But if I'm being completely honest, I am just really unorganized this morning. I had it's just been chaos with all of the different things coming and going inside the house and changing. You know, we're down a car still, and so it's been like musical cars, and I've got speakers for the shows that I've been loading in and out of cars, and I've got camera equipment from the football game that I've been loading in and out of cars, and as a result, my desk is just cluttered chaos right now. I had to dig through all of my stuff to get my microphone out for the show this morning. I had to take my son to football practice this morning because I needed the car today, and so I got back at like 6:30 a.m. and then my morning routine is, and this is, excuse me if this is TMI, but my morning routine is I do my business in the morning. I shower, I get ready, and then I come in here and I'm on. Well, I had to do my business, and I got back from taking my kid to school. I couldn't find my phone. My phone was missing, and the phone to me, it's like my clock, right? I'm that's how much time I know I have until I have to go on. So I ran, did my business, no clock, no idea what time it was, jumped in the shower, showered, got dressed. Allison helped me find my phone. Finally, it was in the car, of course, because where else would it be? Ran in here, pulled my microphone out of my equipment bag, plugged it in, got everything set up, got the music up, run, push play, record, whatever, go live, and here I am. And so I'm just trying to make heads or tails of what's going on. I didn't get a chance to bring my bottle of water in here. I've got my coffee, luckily. I've got my schedule for today for everybody coming on the show. We've got a light show in terms of guests. We've got a typical Monday. Joe Farley, who's the athletics director for Templeton High School, will be in this morning. And then we have Mr. Mack, of course, the activities director, will be in this morning. He's going to give us the lowdown as to what's going on in the world of Templeton High School. And then, of course, as always, we've got Anthony Reed, who sent me a text last night saying that his setup's going to be a little messed up this morning because his computer broke. So we're going to have to see what kind of setup he's got going on here. But, he'll call in somehow and get on with us. So I want to say a quick thank you, and we'll kind of go into it a little further here after we do this news update at 7:15. But I just want to say a real quick thank you to all of you guys who came out and supported me, not only on Thursday night at the Backyard for my first acoustic solo show of 2021, but also for those of you who came out on Saturday night as well to the Backyard. The Saturday night show at the Backyard was like, so I have this podcast, right? And the name of the podcast is Love Circus because it's really representative of what my life is, or what, excuse me, how I live my life. And it's literally trying to just spread love, but it's really a circus when it comes down to it, because it's just constant madness. And you guys who have high school age kids probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's probably the same for you guys as well, but it's just complete circus 24/7 in my life. And I try to mix in love, right? So that's the name of the podcast. That's what the podcast is. But Saturday night show was exactly that. It was a love circus. It was a chaotic, almost like a frantic freight train coming through, and you're trying to jump on it, and you get on it. It was madness. It was chaos, and it was a lot of fun. It was the most fun at a show that I've had in years. We just the people were great. The audience was fantastic. The people at the Backyard were amazing to deal with. They were people were buying me drinks all night, and just so you know, I'm going strong. I'm day 28 on my 75 hard challenge. So I was only drinking. Let me see. Am I? No, I completed yesterday. Keep going. Okay. Let's see, where am I? Yep. Okay. And yeah, I'm on day 28 today. Can you see that? Day 28. So people were buying me drinks, and the only thing I'm drinking there is which if you haven't had it yet, it's a Lagunitas hop refresher. And so this is a hop infused sparkling water that's got 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 gluten. What else? Sugar, carbs, gluten. Yeah. And you're probably thinking, why would you drink it? It sounds disgusting. And actually, it's not disgusting. It's super refreshing, which is why they call it a hop refresher. It's like drinking a Pellegrino that tastes like a little hint of hops. It's amazing. And so I was drinking those, and people were buying them for me. So all night, it was just a lot of fun. We had a blast. Coach Crow and his wife Lori came out. It was amazing. Sam and Coach Sam Lowe and his wife Joanna came out. J.R. Reynolds, the other coach, came out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we just we danced, we sang. There were kids there playing the shakers. I brought an extra microphone. There were people in the crowd singing. It was a lot of fun. And we actually got Stacy Jeffers was there. I'm probably leaving out a bunch of people, but Stacy got video of Coach Crow and Lori singing, so that's fun. So I won't be able to play the audio, but I'll find the visuals and pull that up here in a minute. All right, 7:15. Check in with Mr. Anthony Reed. Let's see here. Let me get your caption up, Anthony. Boom, boom. You look fine this morning. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you get your computer fixed?
No, this is actually on my iPhone.
Oh, oh, I lost you.
Can you
I
hear me?
lost. There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so this is on my iPhone. So I have my old iPhone right here that I'm monitoring the show with.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to my computer yesterday, but I used it in the morning because I had to do some paperwork on it in the early morning. And then for some reason, when we got to church, because I monitored the service that we record in church on my Chromebook, for some reason, the screen was all crackly and stuff. So I'm like, what the heck? So sometime between me using it and getting to church, something happened. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, weird.
Well, that feed looks good. You actually sound good. So, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. So let's roll with it.
Sure, let's go.
All right. So I saw on your Instagram page you posted some photos and of an accident overnight on 24th and Vine.
Yeah. So if you can bring that up, that was one of the things that I was gonna talk about this morning.
And so in your Instagram is Paso Robles Incidents.
It's all one word. It's Paso Robles Incidents in Action.
And action. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Nope. Actions with an S.
No, just action.
Paso Robles Incidents and Action. It's not showing up here on my feed here online, but anyway, so I'll get it up. Go talk about the story here.
So at 12:30 this morning, a officer with Paso PD just happened to be in the area of 24th and Vine Street. He heard this big bang, and he investigated the area, and yeah, that's it. And he found that it was a head-on traffic collision, and through that he found that there was only a driver and passenger involved.
Okay.
And, the collision occurred from the blue car that's on the left, maybe on the right for some people, and that's a 2016 Nissan Sentra, and the driver and the passenger were both heavily intoxicated, and they crashed into that white Honda that's on the right. And they hit the car head on. Well, through further investigation, the white Honda was actually parked in the area. And the Nissan Sentra, that's a different post.
Oh, that's not it.
Yeah, that's a different post. So you can go to a different picture in the post. So that's the Nissan Sentra that caused the accident, and that's the Honda that was the victim of the accident.
Was there anyone in the Honda?
No, the Honda was parked. It was just parked in it. And obviously there was no damage to that power pole that you see that's right next to the Sentra, and you can see the police lights in the background. Actually, both of the passenger and the driver of the Sentra were arrested for being under the influence.
Oh, I see. This is the Lorena Market right here.
Yeah, it's about a block up from the Lorena Market.
Yeah, so if you're looking at this picture, Flamson is off to your left right here. War Memorial Stadium is right here. This is going to be west of Vine Street on 24th.
Just a little bit west of Vine Street. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm feeling you.
Yep.
All right. So this is really close to your house. Did you happen to get out there and get this footage?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked up. I heard the call on my scanner because you say that I sleep with scanners, which I really do. I heard the call and I'm like, doesn't sound that bad, doesn't sound that serious. But then once the officer said it was head on, I'm like, oh, that's right there. So I better go.
Yeah.
And so I got up out of my bed, I put on my sweats, I put on my sandals, and off I went.
All right. Well, you got some good footage here. All right. So they're both arrested in jail. Do we know about are they local? Are they kids? Are they adults? What's the story? Do we know?
I saw them doing the what's called
the sobriety test.
Yeah, it's called FSTs, which stands for Field Sobriety Test.
Yep.
They look to be both adults.
Okay.
So, and they spoke and they spoke Spanish.
Luckily, they're alive. That could have been a lot worse. So, if this car looks familiar to you guys, if your husband or wife didn't come home last night and this is your car, then you know what happened now. So, okay, well, they're alive, so that's good news. What anything else happened overnight, over the weekend?
No, it was pretty relatively quiet for the most part. Nothing really else to report. The CHP didn't really have anything over the weekend, which is a good thing. I'm not digging the light that's in my eyes, as you can see, but I guess that's just a thing that you have with glasses. But
oh yeah, you get that circular light. Maybe put the light higher and point it down higher than your glasses. I don't know.
Yeah, I tried it out last night, but it didn't work. So this is what I did. This is what I ended up with. So
you know what? Hey, it's all right. It's trial and error.
Yeah, true.
But just think, by the third year, we're going to be experts at this.
Oh yeah, we better be. So yeah, like I said, nothing else really happened over the weekend. It was pretty mellow and rainy, so and cold. Yeah. So I guess on Thursday, supposed to be in the 90s, I guess.
Thank the Lord. I have been waiting for summer. I cannot wait.
And just kind of a personal plug. My birthday's on Wednesday, so be sure to tell me happy birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, I got to remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to be? 22?
I'll be 58.
58. Yeah. All right. Okay. Wednesday's your birthday. That's the 28th, April 28th.
Yeah. No, I'll be 26.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, cool. We'll be sure to celebrate and sing happy birthday to you.
Definitely. I got a big day that day. My mom's gonna come over here and we're gonna go to breakfast and lunch, I guess, and then
nice.
And then after my dad gets off work, we're gonna go out for dinner and drinks. So
perfect. Good.
I got a full day on Wednesday and therapy. So
just make sure if you're going out to dinner and drinks, you don't end up like this guy right here.
Oh, I can't drive.
Yeah.
I haven't driven in over a year, so, and I don't plan to.
Oh, okay. Well,
so,
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
All right, man. Check back with us at 7:55.
All right, sounds good.
All right, see you, Anthony. All right, Anthony Reed, Pastor Robles Incidents and Actions. If you want to follow the Facebook page, he's got over 6,000 followers. It's facebook.com, Pastor Robles Incidents and Actions. There it is on the bottom of my screen. And follow him. He's got all the latest and greatest incidents and actions happening in and around the North County. So let's go back to the chat, shall we? Mark and Shelly Silvera, good morning. Mike, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. Mohin posted a link to some type of thing I don't know what that is, so I deleted it. So you probably can't see it. But he was trying to sell T-shirts or something on our news feed, which I'm totally fine with. I guess I'm always suspect when somebody that I don't know posts a link on some kind of chat that doesn't really have anything to do with what we're doing. So, oh, the other thing, Facebook's been interesting lately. I got a friend request from my mom, which she's already on Facebook. So I don't know what it is, but people over 50 years old seem to have a higher rate of being hacked on Facebook. Is it me, or does anyone else think that? It's like literally anybody I'm friends with over 50 years old gets hacked and sends out multiple Facebook requests. No idea. Lori Crow, yeah, it was awesome. Saturday night was awesome. It was insane. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna see if I put my chat up here. Okay, the chat is now on the screen, so you guys can see the chat as well. I've got a couple of things I wanted to cover with you guys today and just get some feedback. I've got this Sip and Strum project that I'm going to get off the ground here shortly, and the Sip and Strum is going to be an opportunity for you to bring a guitar out one time a week. I'm going to teach you a song, and you're going to have a chance to learn the song with me at a place where we can enjoy a beverage, enjoy each other's company, enjoy music, and yeah, it'll just be like one of those, like those sip and paint classes where the girls go, or even boys do it too. But I'm just drawing from my own experience of who I know that's gone to these, and it's typically women. You go to this little wine tasting deal, and you got your paints, and you got your canvas, and you sit with your girlfriends and you paint and you drink wine, and there's an instructor there that's teaching you how to paint the picture. So we're doing the same kind of thing. It's just going to be the picture we're painting is with an actual guitar, and I'll have like music printed up to show you kind of what the song structure is going to be, and you'll go through and learn that song and enjoy a beverage while we're doing it. It could end up being the worst sounding thing ever, multiple guitars playing at once, nobody knows how to play the song. Or it could be really cool where we all like get it and it clicks and it's fun. So I want to talk through that a little. I also want to talk through the plans for the Morning Buzz, the future of the Morning Buzz, what that looks like here going into the end of the school year, into the summer, and just kind of solicit for feedback, suggestions, ideas, comments, criticisms. Just open it up to you guys who have been faithful watchers, and from a standpoint of viewership and you guys finding value, I'm assuming you're finding some value because you continuously tune in. Every show typically has from 4 to 30 viewers at any given time, and then through the course of a 24-hour cycle, like the show will typically get over 1,000 views. And so people are coming back to the show to watch certain parts of it, which is encouraging to me. I'm just trying to get a really good sense from you guys of what specifically you're finding the most value in, and what I could do differently, and what tweaks and adjustments I can make. So and then ultimately what I can do long term to make sure that we're continuing to provide this platform that you do find value in. So, all right, it's 7:30. Speaking of finding value in somebody, I find tremendous value in this guy. How are you, Mr. Mack?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks. How could I not be with that kind of comment, that kind of lead in?
Man, how I got to tell you, I'd be lost without you. The 7:30 segment is among the best in the show. So
thanks, man.
Thanks for being here all the time with me.
My pleasure.
So what'd you do this weekend?
Well, let's see. Last night I went out to Street Side and celebrated my my son getting into Cal Poly.
Wow! Congrats!
Sweet junior transfer. So
very cool.
About that. Yeah, and
Street Side, Atascadero or Paso?
Street Side, Atascadero.
Okay.
And then I went to the basketball game on Friday night. That was great. I do love basketball.
Yes.
And baseball won. Baseball won on Saturday, and football won. I mean, it was a great winning weekend.
Yeah, it sure was. Talk about basketball. I don't.
Wow.
I hate to just jump right into it, but you want to jump right into it?
Yeah, absolutely. Our basketball team is 2-0, and as the structure has been with many of our teams this year, you play the team you're playing, you play it in that week, and then that's it. So last week we had 2 games against Orchid. This week we have 2 games against Napomo.
Mm-hmm.
But if Orchid is any indication, and in all reality, Orchid may not be a good indication, but Napomo will be. But anyways, in our 2 games, kind of what we expected. Xander Shaw, he's just a force. He's averaging a double-double, averaging 19 points and 10 boards after 2 games. He's pretty consistent. He had 20 points and 9 boards on Friday, and Grant Vanderhoof just went off on a shooting spree, 7 of 10, several of them 3-pointers. Wow. Just really showed himself. You know, he's been plagued with injuries last year. I don't think he got any time at all.
Gosh, it's been 3 years of him battling these injuries.
Yeah, so it was great to see him out there. He is limited in how much he can go during a week, how many practices he can have and stuff, just to kind of take care of his body. But he had a great game, 7 of 10 shooting for 19 points. And, you know, as always, win or lose, and whether he plays well or not, he's always got a great attitude out there. So just fun to see the guys playing again and have a little bit of a crowd there, limited like everybody else. And but just to see those guys, it's such a great team, and great guys. And we have a bunch of seniors. So it's really good to see them out there on the court, because it would be sad if they lost most of last season and all of this season, if they did, but thankfully they're back.
Look at this. Look at that shot. Did you take that picture?
I did, in fact. Nate Matutwa. Guy is so athletic, so acrobatic. Every year I get a shot like that of him. He's just doing something. His body just shouldn't move that way.
Gosh, you remember his dunk last year?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, yeah.
So good, solid team. You know, they got 10 guys on the team. All of them played both games. All of them played substantial time. And by substantial, I mean like everybody was in the first half. And everybody's getting, double-digit time and pretty balanced, at least in these first 2 games. By 35, 40 points, something like that.
I'm no basketball coach, but number 10 right here. See, Josh is crashing the board. He's getting ready. Number 10 should be boxing out, and he's not. Yes. So I'm going to send this to their coach and just kind of let them know my thoughts.
Yeah, Austin there is blocking out, even though they're on the offensive end. So he's ready for the rebound, which didn't happen, but because Nate scored that. But
yeah, that's Seth, isn't it?
No, that's that is Seth. Yeah. Sorry,
okay.
My bad. I got my screen split, so it's
got it. Screen. Okay. Wow. So basketball, what a great sport. I love playing basketball.
Yeah.
That's like, if I could do anything like physical every day, I would be playing pickup basketball all day, every day. It's just a blast. I mean, the smack talking is so much fun. Like, I love getting in somebody's face and going, come on, shoot that. You can't make that. Shoot it. And then they
game is definitely an important part of basketball, as in all sports.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, very cool. So, and Nikki, let's see. Nikki had some good defense going on here. 5 steals.
5 steals. Yeah, wow. It was just solid all around. Everybody contributing. Xander and Grant were the points guys that really helped, but. Obviously it's a team game, and things aren't happening without somebody passing the ball to the right place or setting a good screen or rebounding or whatever.
Now we know Grant's going to Cal Poly, right?
Yeah.
Do we know what Xander's doing next year?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's going, but I
Okay.
usually see him during the day, so I'll try to have that for you tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah. No, that, and I do want to get Coach Cherry on as well. When does girls basketball kick off?
This week.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice little segue there, huh?
Yeah, they're up this week, and let me see. They are playing. I think they're on Thursday. They have. Let's see. Are they Thursday?
Varsity girls basketball versus Santa Maria at Santa Maria High School.
There you go. Yeah, and then I'm sure they play twice. I haven't looked ahead, but I'm sure they play twice.
Okay.
Usually.
Maybe we can get Coach Sudbrink and Coach Kaler in to talk. Is Coach Kaler back this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, we'll get them in to kind of give us a preview hopefully this week.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, we got to talk about baseball because they had another great weekend. Swept a doubleheader, which they had won earlier in the week. So they took all three they took 2 out of 3 last week from SLO. They took, or 2 weeks ago. Last week they took, including Saturday, they swept Atascadero. And just a couple things for you. Offense is important, so we'll talk about that in a second. But defense, in game 1, which they won 9-2, the coach really stressed defense was just stellar. 1,000% fielding percentage for the entire game. 28 total chances. The ball got hit or whatever. 28 chances, and they field no errors. Total clean play. Won the first game 9-2. Won the second game 12-1. Now in the first game, Robbie pitched another complete game. Wasn't a shutout this time. Gave up 2 runs, but he struck out 14. He's now 5-0, and he's got 61 strikeouts in his 5 games. 61 strikeouts, leading the Mountain League in strikeouts.
Jeez.
And then in the second game, they win 12-1. And Ryan Domingos, he started the game, gave up 1 run, 2 hits, struck out 4 in 5 innings. He got the win. He's 5-0 for the season. So both Robbie and Ryan are both undefeated for the season. And Ryan has only given up 1 run in 26 innings.
Wow.
So I'm telling you that team is for real. And Robbie is unbelievable, but you lose nothing when you go away from Robbie. Obviously, he can't pitch every game.
Sure.
Ryan's phenomenal.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're just doing great.
That's
so
so
10-3 overall.
All right, so go left to right in this picture. Name them all so we know.
Yeah. Okay. So you got Ryan.
Yep.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see. I don't have my glasses on, so that's bad news. Okay, let me see. So I got Ryan and then Connor.
Oh, I lost it.
And then somebody's belt. Let's see.
Hold on. Oh, my computer's wigging out.
Okay, so I'm going to guess that's Trent, and then without seeing their heads. Okay, so Trent, Robbie.
Oh, what happened here? Hold on.
Definitely Robbie with the red shoes. That's kind of his trademark.
This is okay. Here we go. I'm almost there.
Oh, maybe you're really causing me to have to really guess. Only seeing the hands.
I lost it. There we go.
Okay.
Trent.
Trent, Robbie, Blake, and JB.
All
JB
right.
obviously with a chest protector on there.
And so what is
great
the ball?
game.
The ball that they're holding up, what does that represent?
Game ball given to them by the coach for their efforts in the 2 games.
Oh, Coach. I mean, what is this? 2021, everybody gets a game ball? Come on, Coach.
No, we're talking 2 games, man.
Oh my gosh. These kids are soft. Give it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then you were at football, so I know football won. Nice to get back on the winning track there. 13 zip at half, and then held on in the second half. Tyler Kacheski, 280 something yards, so that's great for him.
I had a great I had a good kind of a firsthand look at. I actually felt Friday night for the first time like I was a coach. Right.
Really?
I had a different perspective on Friday. It was if you've been to San Luis, you know that they've got the press box, and then above the press box, they've got a platform that's open air. And it's the weirdest thing. It's not separated, but both teams' coaches are up there together.
Wow.
And then you've got the film crew in between, kind of separating both coaches. So I'm in the middle. I've got Coach Lane in my right ear, and then I've got their coordinators in my left ear. And so I almost kind of felt like I was going like this, and then going, okay, Coach Lane, this is what they're saying, but I wasn't doing that, obviously. But
Of course not. Of course
I got to hear kind of firsthand what Coach Lane, if he could put shock collars on the players, he would, because he yells to get their attention, even though they can't hear him. It's the most fascinating thing ever. But it was really cool to kind of sit next to him and watch and listen and learn. And they did a great job. All the kids played just their hearts out, and it came down to the wire. We were they just played well. It was a great comeback victory in terms of suffering the last 2 weeks losses. But yeah, it was a good night. It was a special night. The weather wasn't too miserable. It was a little cold, but Mr. Mack, I clearly my story was just so riveting that you just decided to get up and walk away. So
I'm here, man. I'm here. Sorry, I had to open the door.
That's all right. So that was the last game played on that stadium, which thankfully, because the field was just in shambles. I mean, it looked like they hadn't, kept it up over the last year and a half. But yeah, good game. We had, I think we had one, maybe two little injuries here. Dom went out, at halftime. I'm trying to think who else went out at halftime. But for the most part, I think we kind of walked away feeling pretty confident and good about how we played. So congratulations to the football team. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mike, I also got to go to swim on Friday, and they're looking solid too. I didn't get any results. Swim is a little bit more challenging with results because you got to wait for results from everything as opposed to just looking up on the scoreboard. But pretty sure our girls won. I don't think our guys won. We don't have a big team, but what we have, they're small but mighty. So they, I'll hopefully get results for you this week and let you know. I got some good pictures of our swimmers out there, but they're a good crew, small but a good crew.
Yeah, swim pictures never really translate well. It's like you just see like the top half of them, like the head out and maybe an arm, and then water splashing.
I'm going to send you some pictures just to show you you're not always right on that, Mike. But that's okay.
All right.
I also sent you. I got to go, but I also sent you a picture of. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, there you go. Those are next year's FFA officers. So. And you should have the names to go with them and their positions. But FFA is a huge part of our school, as you know, and we're excited about their elections that just took place. And Shane Brennan elected president. So way to go. Congratulations, Shane.
Very cool.
Yeah, and Shane is one of our link crew leaders too. So we're super excited about him.
Shane's a great kid, isn't he?
He is so positive, and he always looks exactly like that. Always got a smile on his face, no matter what's going on, man. The guy is
right.
Yeah,
Shane. Very cool.
Great.
Yeah.
You have a great day. I got to go because it's Monday. We got to get ready. Cool.
Go do your thing. I appreciate you checking in.
All right, man. Take care.
All right. See ya. Yeah. All right. Matt McFarland, who is the activities director for Templeton High School. He's also the ASB advisor. He joins us every day at 7:30 to give us kind of the lay of the land, what's going on in and around the school. He does the sports updates, and actually the newsletter, let me show you. This newsletter is something that he puts together and drops in my inbox every morning. He can drop it. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. I'm literally talking about something that I thought was on the screen and it's not. All right, so he puts together this newsletter for me every morning and drops it into my inbox. It's the Eagles Morning Sports Briefing. You too can get this. All you have to do is email Mr. McFarland. It's mmcfarland@templetonusd.org. It's a daily newsletter he sends out that gives you the results, the schedule of the games coming up, all kinds of stuff. So really cool. He relies heavily on all the coaches, obviously, to give them the updates. Let's see what KSBY's little deal was here. Okay, you guys can't hear it, but let's see. We'll see what the I'm probably going to get in trouble for re-airing this, but that's all right. All right, so this is KSBY's highlights of the game. Okay. There's Tyler. There he goes. Yep. So a good game. Limited attendance, of course, because of the restrictions. It was senior night at San Luis Obispo High School. I thought San Luis Obispo High School did a great job of senior night. Okay, there it is. Let me just exit out of that. Yeah, they did a good job with senior night. They had all the seniors lined up with their parents. They had football, cheerleading, and band, all the seniors. Their band was actually out playing, which was really cool. They did a halftime performance, but they introduced them all one at a time. And they did this before kickoff, right? Well, hold on. They did football and cheerleading before kickoff. All the parents and significant others escorted out. They talked about each child, what their plans were for after high school, who had been the most impacting, teacher in their life. It was just really special. They spent a good 25, 30 seconds on each kid, walking them out, presenting them, and then they lined them all up. And this time they did the same exact thing for the band members. The band came out and did their thing. And then the band actually went and played. They did a halftime performance. They played 2 numbers. First time I've seen a high school band out on a field in over, 16 months. And I've got to say, they played well. It was, I really enjoyed it. So I don't know. Anybody know what's going on with our marching band? Are we practicing? I should know this, but I don't. Maybe if there's somebody watching that could kind of give us an idea of what the band has been up to, that would be great. So, San Luis Obispo High School, congratulations on a successful night of presenting your seniors and hosting us. Although at the end of the game, they did say congratulations to the St. Joseph Knights for winning the game 20-13. And so I think they just forgot to change their script from the previous week or something. So we got a kick out of that. All right. That's football. I was asking earlier about the plans for the future, what we've got going on for the Morning Buzz. The feedback that I've been getting has been, it seems like the show's been well received. I've just been, getting comments and feedback from certain people that I come across throughout the week. And so it seems like everybody is finding some value in it. And everyone's been asking me the same question, Mike, what are you going to do when school gets out? You literally have this show that's kind of centered around our children's schools and our community as it relates to school and youth activities and this and that and sports. What are you going to spend time doing on the show during the summertime? And I've thought a lot about that question. And to be honest, when I started this show, I didn't really have an ultimate goal or plan or vision of what it was going to be, other than just creating a platform that was community based. And the goals were making it community based, making it positive, giving you guys good information and news that you find value in, right? Those were like the goals. And I had no idea if I was going to do this for one day or a week or a year or 5 years, who knows? Coming out of last year, I had a shift in my life in terms of my career. We wound a couple of our projects down that business wise, and I found myself kind of reevaluating what was important, and what I wanted to spend the next few years doing. And so, in the meantime, as a form of honest, if I'm being 100% honest, as a form of therapy for me, I decided to do this and turn the microphone on and communicate with you guys, because that's just what I love to do. And so, like I said, my vision was only to create a positive platform that was community based, and providing value in the form of news and information. And so, I just had been taking it day by day. No idea what this looked like in terms of a monetary thing for me, if it was going to be something that turned into some type of endeavor or whatever. But here I am. We're 5-6 weeks out from graduation, from school being over. It seems like we're kind of getting back into some type of normalcy, or at least planning for normalcy for the fall. And so during the fall, let's assume that we've got full-time kids back at school Monday through Friday. It looks normal again. What does the show look like? And a couple things that I've thought about doing, and again, it's obviously up for discussion and debate, and I'm looking for your input. So if you want to just drop something in the chat, if you want to come on the show, I would love for you guys to just pop in. Think of it like a call in, right? You can click on the link that I just posted. I put it in the chat. You click on that. You can come on right now, just audio only. If you don't want to be seen, you can turn your camera off. We can hear you over the thing, right? The speakers. And you could give me your input. I'd love to have you guys involved in this discussion. But one of the things that I've thought about doing is seems like it's a major undertaking for the summer, but it could be really interesting. I don't know. So we have, let's call it 350 wineries in the area, right? One of the things that I thought about doing was doing Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., broadcasting live from a different winery every day. And let's call it like mid-June to mid-August, 60 days, right? Minus the weekends. Let's call it 40. So it's 40 shows at 40 different wineries. And so I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but I thought maybe we do it from a different winery every day. We kind of showcase the local winery, the owners, their story. They teach us maybe about the wine, something, I don't know. So there's that angle. We could do the wine thing. There's summer activities with youth programs and summer school and all of those types of things that we could talk about. I could get really into just in-depth conversations with one-off guests and do like a 1 to 2 hour interview with one person every day. That's like maybe a doctor one day, or maybe an extreme athlete another day, or maybe a professional athlete another day, or maybe a musician. So we could go that route. I'm kind of like brainstorming and hopefully getting some ideas from you guys and some feedback for you guys as we move through this process. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But at 7:55, let's take a break. Let's push pause on all of that, and let's ask Mr. Anthony Reed if anything else is happening.
Not really. No. PRPD or Paso PD is having a busy morning this morning. They're having some calls that are potentially important in terms of people's lives. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But nothing really serious right now. I'm just kind of monitoring the scanner, just trying to see kind of where it goes. You okay there, Mike?
I was choking for a minute. Sorry, I took a drink of coffee.
So yeah, there's a couple calls that Paso PD is on right now. Nothing newsworthy, so we're just kind of monitoring and figuring out where things go today.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. You've got connections at Paso PD, right?
I do.
Okay. Find out if you can get somebody on to talk about this golf tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to have some representative from Paso PD on to talk about this golf tournament.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I'll do some research this week and I'll have an answer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and keep us posted what else is going on.
All right, will do.
Thank you, sir. All right, see ya. Anthony Reed, Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. All right, Christine Ames, she says she was going to suggest winery spotlights. It may truly be the morning buzz. Yes, I agree. Can you taste? Is there a time that is? Can you taste wine at 7 a.m. in the morning? Your taste buds different in the morning. I don't know, but I'm on I'm on my challenge. I can't technically drink any alcohol until after June 11th. June 11th will be my last day of the 75 hard challenge. But after June 11th, it's game on. So, the morning buzz, we could do wine tasting at 40 different wineries every day. I could also take the camera and go mobile. Walk around the winery, like literally I can grab this camera and, just go walk around the winery like this. And I don't know if this is going to make for good morning show, stuff, but I could certainly do that. So yeah, I mean, we have options. We're mobile. My setup is super simple. I can break this thing down and have it set up. Really, the only requirement for me to do the show is Wi-Fi and power to plug my laptop in, and Wi-Fi to get online. That's it. I have a microphone, a holder, a little box, and my computer, and then my camera stand, and that's it. I mean, I could be set up in 7 minutes, in and out of there, go live, and do the show from anywhere. And I've actually thought about doing it on the road. When I take my daughter, she's going to college in August. I'm going to have probably a week where I go to Nashville. So I'll probably do the show from there if, in fact, we're still going. And so super easy to do that setup. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. So Christine Ames agrees the winery thing could be a thing. I've also got, this week is senior day for us, right? Our last home game. We're playing Rigetti. I've got a call into Joe's place. We're talking about doing a live broadcast. I wanted to see if Joe will let me do it there on Friday. They don't know, though, if they have Wi-Fi. So I've got to find out from Joe if he has Wi-Fi at the restaurant. If he doesn't have Wi-Fi at the restaurant, it might be an issue. Because I don't know that the hotspot will be a reliable internet source. Excuse me. Or maybe I'll reach out to Mr. Michael Torgeson over at Templeton Floor and see if I could hijack their Wi-Fi for that morning, which is right next door. So it might work, but yeah, I know that a lot of the football players go into Joe's on Friday mornings, and I know the coach is at Joe's quite a bit. So, yeah, I was thinking Friday morning, if we can do our show there, then that's something that I'd like to do. So that's something I'll be talking to Joe about this afternoon to see if we can, in fact, put that together. So wineries, different venues. It doesn't even have to be a winery. It could be Barrel House Brewing Company. It could be Firestone. It could be Kilo. It could be Earth and Fire. It could be Cal Coast. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of different breweries around now too. Well, Cal Coast isn't. I guess they are a brewery, aren't they? there's different venues downtown, like the Backyard, for instance. I would love to do a show from the Backyard. I actually am going to do a show from Irish Oaks, the Mercantile, at some point. So maybe that's what I'll start doing. Restaurants, exactly. Number of different restaurants that we can get set up at. So that's kind of where it's at. As far as content goes, getting these restaurateurs or these winery owners or brewery owners on as guest hosts could be fun. I'd like to make them as interactive as possible, getting you guys involved. Maybe at a golf course, that could be kind of cool. Setting up at a golf course, I don't know if that'd be exciting. I know Tony Domingos, chances are if you're at a golf course, he will be there because the guy has like the best work schedule in the world. He just, golfs. I think he plays 3 rounds a day. And he's probably like, Mike, quit saying my name. You always throw me under the bus. That's his. Every day I get that text from Tony, like, quit throwing me under the bus. So, and maybe Hank and Trudy Ownings, you guys have some good ideas too. I'd be curious to get your input as to what you guys think the Morning Buzz should consist of over the summer break. Guest hosts could be fun, right? There's going to be lots of kids out of school. Do we get kids in the guest host? I don't know. It's just kind of wide open. Excuse me. I'm choking. All right. It's 8:02. Today is Monday, the 26th. This is the Morning Buzz. We were just talking through what the show future looks like for this summertime, because we're not going to be talking about school, and we're not going to be talking about school sports or activities or all those things. And I want to give, obviously, all the staff and faculty the summer off as well, because there's no sense in coming on to give a report about nothing that is happening. So, all right, it's cloudy right now. The sun was out earlier, but for some reason we got some cloud cover right now. It's going to be about 61 degrees today in Templeton. I'm looking at the forecast. The extended forecast Friday is going to get up to 86. That's good news. I'm excited about that. Thursday is going to be 84. That is fun. I'm playing out at the Backyard on Thursday again from 6 to 8. And so if you guys want to come out and have happy hour with me, is that happy hour? It's probably after happy hour, but 6 to 8 every Thursday through the end of May. I will be out at the Backyard every Thursday, 6 to 8 through the end of May. I'm in the process of doing this sip and strum class, putting that together. Originally, we were going to have it at 15C, and I still want to do it there, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe there's a better venue for us to do it that's all ages, that's a little easier for us to spread out. I'm trying to incorporate into it some type of visual aid, like a big monitor or TV screen that I can actually just show you like the chord to the song. And just so you know, I'm not, this isn't like me reinventing the wheel. It's, all right, let's pick a song, for instance. Take It Easy, right? Take It Easy chords. Okay, this would be one that I would teach you how to play, for instance. And all I would do is, let me share my screen. Okay, now the internet is not working. What is the deal here? All right, stand by. Stand by. Okay, so this is what I would show you on the screen if we had like a place where I could show you. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't know what any of this means if you don't play guitar. You're right. You don't know what it means. But what I would do is teach you what it means. And I would simplify it, right? But this gives you the song. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I've got D, C, right? So these are the chords. I'm teaching you how to play those chords. And it's super simple. You don't have to be like a full-on, music genius to figure these out. And so I would put this on the screen. I would teach you the G, and we would practice the G. Then I would teach you the D. We would practice the D. Now keep in mind, and we're mixing in like our favorite beverage while we're doing this, and everybody's doing it at their own pace. So here's what I'm thinking for the format. We come together. Everybody brings their guitars. We come together. I show you the song that we're going to learn for the day. I play the song from start to finish. I sing the song and play it, okay, as a demonstration. And then the very first thing we would do is tune our guitars after that. So I teach everybody how to tune their guitar, get it right. And then we go, okay, now let's learn the first chord to the song. The first chord is G. So everybody take your guitar, take this finger, put it on this string, this finger, put it on this string, this finger, put it on this string. Now down string, that's a G. Okay, like that's how basic this class is going to be. It's not going to be anything like, I'm going to play the first 30 seconds, now repeat it after me, because everyone's going to be like, I have no idea how to do that. And just so you know, my qualifications to teach this class, there actually really are none. I have 0 qualifications other than that I'm self-taught. And I taught myself how to play songs well enough to just keep it going and maybe a little entertaining. And so that would be my goal, right? To take an take an ordinarily skilled person at guitar and turn them into an extraordinary campfire host. Like that's the goal, right? Yeah. So you come out, maybe you got 15, 20 songs in the bag after we teach you all these chords, and you can go around a campfire and just dominate and be the hit of the party and have fun with your friends and family. That's the goal, is to just teach you guys how to entertain the crowd and sound, I don't know, halfway decent or somewhat like the song, right? And so for those of you that were at the backyard on Saturday night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am no virtuoso. I actually don't even know chords to half the songs I was playing. We sang, let me find this footage. Stacy Jeffers got this footage of Coach Crow and Lori Crow singing, what song was that? Don't Stop Believin', right? So they sang Don't Stop Believin'. I've never played that song on guitar. Let's see here. Where is it? Never played that song on guitar, but they wanted to hear it. Everybody knows that song, how it goes. And so I kind of learned it, not really, but I kind of did. And so there's me, and then we'll have Coach Lori and Don Crow up on stage here in a brief second when they join me. And literally, I'm learning this song as I'm playing it right now. No idea really how to play it other than just kind of an idea. And so, the crowd's there, everybody's dancing and singing and having fun. There's Coach and his wife. And the whole crowd's singing along, which was great. All 3 of us didn't know it. Lori, you sounded great. I don't know what you're talking about. You sounded like you were one of those cruise ship entertainers. All right, so there they are. They're up there. And you can't hear us because it doesn't allow me to stream the sound on it. But if you go on Facebook, you could probably find it. Or yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about. It was just a lot of fun. So there it is. That's the backyard on Friday night. if you didn't get a chance to be a part of it. It happens every Thursday. We're going to be doing something like this at the backyard from 6 to 8. So good crowd. I really am very appreciative of all the support and the opportunity that the backyard's given me to go out and showcase my skills, I guess. It was a blast. I had such a great time, and I'm actually very thankful that I'm not drinking alcohol right now, because had I had a couple beers in me, that show would probably still be going on right now, and we would just be going through, I mean, entire catalogs of Elvis and Travis Tritt. I mean, you name it. Like, I would be pulling out songs that I think I know that I really don't know. Yeah, we did have a blast though. So, all right, it's 8:11. We've got Coach Farley coming up at 8:15 to give us the update with Templeton Athletics, talking about COVID, any updated restrictions, guidelines, tiers, any kids testing positive, any coaches testing positive, what that looks like, what the summer schedules are going to look like, anything that we need to get across to the public. This is Coach Farley's opportunity to have a platform to just relay his message to everybody and everybody, anybody and everybody. And I was looking for the schedule for the playoffs, or as we're calling it, season 2 schedule, I guess, for all of the sports that are happening after the regular season. I was trying to explain it to somebody last night, and for some reason I couldn't find the schedule. So I'm hoping that Joe Farley can give me that schedule again this morning, so I can go for share it with you guys again. But it does look like, piggybacking off the news last week that he shared with us, it does look like there's going to be a second season type playoff scenario for most sports besides football. So if you have or fall sports, right? So any traditional fall sports will not have a playoff or season 2, because they have to get ready for the actual fall sport to take place, which is a good thing, because that means we're going back to a regular schedule. So there's that, right? What else? Archie we're still trying to nail down Archie. I don't know. He's kind of been dodging the bullet. He's a little shy, probably. He's afraid that I'm going to really hard press him on some of these tough questions, like 60 minutes type scenario, where I'm going to ask him really tough things that he doesn't know the answers to. But that's not me. We don't do hard journalism here. We just we take it nice and easy on you. I see Coach Farley is in the waiting room, the green room, but it looks like his camera's frozen. So let's see if we can pop him up and if it gets better. But if not, we might. Are you frozen? Oh, there he is.
I might be. I'm moving.
No, you're good now. Undisclosed location.
Can you hear me or can you see me?
I can. Can you hear or see me?
I can.
You can or you can't?
I can.
Oh, good. Okay. So you're out and about today. It looks like the sun's shining.
Yeah. I figured that the signal's not that good in the office, but I had to come in, so I'll take it in front of the office. So if you haven't seen the front of the office, there it is.
So question for you. Typically on Mondays you're at home, right?
Well, I've been taking these little interviews at home because we don't get the best service inside the main office building.
Yeah.
So then I just take it from home and then head into the office right after that.
Okay. Oh, so you've been tardy at work just to be on the show.
The sacrifices I make for you.
That's great, man. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure they understand. This is important business we're doing over here.
It is. I will say that one time Aaron was actually standing outside my office and he said, "Hey, you have a second to meet?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm about to jump on Mike Brady's show, and he's like, "Oh, go ahead, do that, and then we'll talk later." So
This is ridiculous.
yeah,
That's awesome.
true story.
Yeah, they're super supportive at the district. I got to get in there over the summertime and figure out the Wi-Fi scenario.
Yeah, apparently Matt McFarland's the favorite because he has no issues, and then every other employee cannot get connected through the website.
Oh yeah, Coach Crow is ready to murder people over there because he just can't get on to save his life.
I could see that. He likes things to be organized and to be working properly, and if it doesn't,
oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah. All right, Joe. What's going on in the wide world of high school athletics? Anything?
I was just looking at this week's schedule, and it's actually like a little bit of a slow week for us as far as home events. We do have our girls soccer team is traveling to Napomo on Tuesday, and that, as the coach sent out an email to the girls over the weekend, that's probably their biggest game of this year. They lost to Napomo, and that's their only loss on their record. So trying to avenge that is going to be big for the girls soccer team. We have basketball went 2-0 last week against Orchid Academy, so they're off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
This week they're going to face off against Napomo High School. So Napomo comes from the Mountain League, so that'll be a good test and challenge for us.
Mm-hmm.
And our girls basketball team will kick off their season Thursday and Friday against Santa Maria High School. So I do say it's a slow week, but then on Friday we have a football game happening in the stadium, and then we have 3 different basketball games happening in our gym. So
wow,
Friday will be a busy day. Yeah.
Okay. And so if we can talk specifically about restrictions for the gym sports right now, what is the latest, and is anything changing, or do you see anything changing? Give us kind of the lay of the land.
Yeah, so right now we are at 2 spectators per athlete. So that could change tomorrow, approximately 1 p.m. That 2 spectators per household is if we're in the red tier. Okay. We're hoping to move to the orange tier, at which case it'll up the amount of spectators to 4 inside the gym. So we'll be on numbers watch. Last week we thought we were going to get to the orange tier. Unfortunately, I think we barely missed that. So this week, if we're able to move to the orange tier, then we'll have more spectators in the gym, and that's across all sports. And the orange tier increases the capacity limits, so we can invite more people out to all these games.
So we're talking household members.
Yeah.
And do they have to be older than the athlete? Wasn't there something at one point where they said that?
Originally, yeah, they were saying something like that. We're just immediate household family members.
Okay.
So.
Okay, per athlete. And then, so that's indoor sports. And then give us the current case scenario for outdoor sports versus if it changes tomorrow scenario.
Right. So the current is the 2 that we've been doing up to this point. If we're going to orange, it'll open it up to kind of double that to 4 per athlete. So
okay.
That's the good news. That's across baseball, softball, football, soccer. Soccer's already been having 4. They have less kids on their team and the same size stadium as a football team. So they've been generally getting 4. So. Okay.
And then, so Friday's senior day, are there any special activities? Maybe you don't know, but I know San Luis did a nice presentation for all their senior cheerleaders and football players and band. Do you know if we're looking at something similar?
Yeah, we've kind of been looking at that since the beginning of the year. I think our cheerleaders, I don't want to ruin anything, but I think our cheerleaders are going to have something special for the crowd on Friday night. So that'll be exciting. And then, we're hoping to do as much normal senior night as possible for them.
Okay, cool. Well, that's exciting. And I wanted to inform you, hold on, let me pull it up here. Just so you know, so I know you've been thinking a lot about this. and you've been concerned. Just so you know, I'm on top of it. I've created a Templeton High School football stadium playlist. So I am ready to go with my DJ skills on Friday night. Assuming you guys let me back in the booth.
Yeah, the most important question is do you have the national anthem already picked out?
I found it on the fly last time. It was a Jordan Sparks rendition, and it was just the only one that I Googled and it came up. What if we were to do it live? Can't we have somebody sing it?
Well, we always thought that your daughter actually was going to be at these games, and she's yet to show up. I think Mr. Mack was the first one that said, "Well, Abby Brady will be there and she can sing it." And I said, "Well, we can get her, socially distanced and have her sing it." But
I don't know why
I think she wants to hang out outside the fence with all of her friends.
The parking lot party.
Yeah, it's a little bit more fun out there, is what I've heard.
She's
a little bit better.
She's a woman of the people. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Well, that's why she has the positions that she has, and you and I just sit here and talk to each other.
Right. Exactly. Well, maybe we can convince her to do that, or somebody, right? Yeah. I'll think about that, but we need to make sure that it's a good representation of the Star Spangled Banner for sure.
Yes.
So is it going to be okay for me to play DJ again? I want to.
Yeah. I think you're the man for the job. So.
Okay, and Coach Crow, I promise.
Just don't mess up Coach Crow's filming, because if we prioritize the DJ over the film, then you and I will both not be on the talk show next week. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So then there's always the question of, do you play music in between, like during a timeout? Do you play it in between? Like I didn't really know when to play or when not to play. And obviously don't play when the cheerleaders are cheering. I get that.
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing, is if the priority of order is the cheerleaders take all priority. So if they're doing something, then we allow them to do what they're doing. And then second would be any major announcements that we need to make during the game, which you kind of alluded to in a text when we were doing this last week. And then third, it would be to fill that space. So a lot of the announcements are just filler space. So that's where you're sitting right next to John Spalding, and the two of you guys can say, hey. And I think I'm pretty sure that once the music comes on, then the cheerleaders can start doing a performance too. So it doesn't always have to be the mundane announcements.
Yeah.
I mean, Archie gets enough thanks, but he's not coming on to this morning show. So we'll cut that announcement out of there and we'll fill that spot with music.
Perfect. There you go. I mean, picture this, right? All right, everybody stand up for the kickoff. It's time for the kickoff. Who's ready for the kickoff, right? Could you picture that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and which, by the way, I don't own any licensing rights to play that song over the air right now. So the replay of that is just going to be you and I bobbing our heads to no music, because Facebook's going to silence it. But
well, if it's less than 15 seconds, I mean, don't we get a little? Isn't there a little cutoff time?
I would think so, but who knows? You know, the recording industry, man, that's cutthroat. They want their money these days.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm stoked. I'll be there. I've actually got a little system I'll bring to make sure it's kind of flawless. I've got, everything set up. I'll figure out the national anthem. Coach Crow, I've got your video stuff dialed. We're ready to go. Okay. So the hardest part for me on Friday is going to be bouncing back and forth between the stadium and the gym to make sure I'm doing the DJ music for both. Do they do it? No, I'm just kidding. That's next level. Maybe next year.
Yeah. Well, Archie's able to double duty between the two, so why couldn't you?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, he gets a golf cart. I don't.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if you've seen his new golf cart. I guess this is a good time if Archie's never going to get on to talk about it. Archie put in a grant request from TEF, and they actually gave him the funds to purchase a new golf cart. It kind of looks like a I joke with people that he drives the minivan of golf carts because it's got the extended bed in the
No
back.
way.
Yeah, so he can actually like lay in the back of his golf cart, no issue, and it actually helps him out because before he had to play Tetris to get all of his stuff down to the soccer and football field. Now he's got this minivan of a golf cart, and he doesn't have to be too organized anymore. He can throw everything back there, get it down in one trip. So it's been a big help for him. So
So did he just get that?
yeah, he got it this year. He probably got it. I don't know, but I would say around winter break time.
Oh, okay.
They came and dropped it off, and so it's not your standard golf cart. It's got an extended bed on it, and the sides all collapse down, so someone could lean up and sit inside of it. So
Okay. Is
so
it
thank you
green?
to the- what's that?
Is it green?
Yeah, it's green right now. He is working with TEF on getting some branding to put, like this golf cart's provided by TEF or whatever. And then I know Archie wants to have all the attention, so I think he's going to put some flames coming off the side of it or something.
So wings, not flames. Wings.
Oh, there you go. Yes, wings. That's exactly it. So,
and he's getting the cover that looks like a big football helmet.
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, it's got a little roll cage.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Well, that's good. That's exciting. Thank you, Templeton Education Foundation, for that. That's
yeah,
that's
big thank
huge.
you to them.
So if I'm doing the math correctly, that should free up a golf cart for me to lug 400 pounds of video equipment around.
You would think that, but even I can't find a golf cart sometimes.
Man,
Yeah, you got to get your hands on them quick. So
I guess. Well, hey, I don't know. Can you speak to? There was a rumor last year going around that there was some kind of stadium expansion in the works in the coming years. Do you know where that sits?
I do not.
Don't you remember they were talking about doing a track or something?
I think people have always wanted to do a track kind of up around Jack Allen, but that's a costly endeavor to kind of make happen. And the way our track is currently right now, it's not wide enough to house anything other than like a practice track. We couldn't get enough lanes in there to fit the whole track.
Up at Jack Allen or down on in Volunteer Stadium?
Up at Jack Allen. Down at Volunteer, I don't see any way that you could get a track unless we could get a cross country track. And as a matter of fact, we did use Volunteer Stadium as part of our cross country course. But as far as a track and field track, that's not too feasible.
Yeah, and let's be honest. I mean, nobody really cares about track and field, right? Like, come on, between you and I,
I would disagree because that's probably our highest participated sport.
I'm kidding, track and field parents. I'm joking. Everybody loves track and field.
Yeah, well, the kids apparently do because there's usually 60 to 80 of them that are out there, and
that's incredible.
Yeah,
it's a great thing, right? I did the Taco Bell track meet when I was in 5th grade. I think I came in last. It was the only thing they put me in is the relay, and I was like the first guy because the slowest guy goes first.
Yeah,
and I mean, I just totally bombed it for the rest of the team. It was terrible.
Yeah, I was never quite the sprinter either. I remember the most track experience I had was probably the middle school turkey trots, and
oh yeah,
if you're not coming in the top 20 there, then that's a clear sign that you're not the sprinter or the runner. So
right.
I will say that the cross country team did try and convince Mr. Mack and I that we should go and practice with them, but when their first practice is a 3-mile run, that's kind of setting the bar a little too high for us. So we dodged that bullet too.
Hey, I've been running 5 miles a day. I don't know why or how, but I've been doing it, and I felt great, but my knee is the size of a basketball when I get done. So
yeah, I'm not running 5 miles anytime soon.
No. All right, there was one more thing I was going to talk to you about, and I can't remember. Oh, so San Luis, were you there on Friday? I don't remember if I saw you.
Yes,
I
I was there.
I was on the top press box. Their track is DG, and they had lines, chalk lines in it, so they actually used that for track meets.
Yeah, but I think they're renovating that whole field beginning a couple hours ago. So
Yeah, yeah, they're ripping it out. But I mean, obviously, there's no standards in place for like what a track meet competition track can look like.
well, I don't think that they ever actually. Well, I shouldn't say ever, but as far as recent times, I don't think they actually hosted any track meets. It was their practice track, and they would just go to all these meets and duels and stuff other places.
Okay.
And then they, Morro Bay High School, who's part of the same district as them, just put in a brand new track probably 2 years ago, maybe.
Hmm.
And they haven't been able to use it yet. So that district has one track between the two high schools.
And that district is the
San Luis Coastal. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that? Are those the only two high schools in that district?
Yeah, high schools. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, it was a good, well-fought battle on Friday night. It was fun. It was a good competition. We had a bunch of players out from injury. There's some COVID stuff happening. How's COVID testing been going with all the teams?
It's been good. We do the COVID testing here on site. And depending on when the teams play, they get tested on a specific day, and then we go and drop it off at the community center and get the results back. It even on the little platform that I can see, it gives you like a average turnaround time, and the average turnaround time right now is like 15 hours maybe. So we get results back in a timely fashion, and so it's been going good.
Great. Okay. And then one last thing before I let you go, where do I find that schedule again for the second season / playoff calendar?
It's on the Central Section website. I don't know exactly where. If you were to type into Google CIF Central Section sport calendar or something, I'm sure it'd be maybe the first bullet point, maybe, or the first result returned on Google.
And can you see, is it this site?
Yeah, it's that site there. Maybe it's under like on the little slideshow. Should be COVID-19 updates as one of the right there.
Yep,
if you click right there, and then something from CIAF. What's the last one?
Interpretation of March 4th CD. No.
And try that one. One of these has a calendar, and if you scroll down, that's not it.
Okay.
Here we are making good television again.
I know. Yeah, that's all right. When I find it, everyone's going to be thanking us because nope, that's not it either. Because everybody's asking about this calendar updated April 20. This might be it.
No, that's where it shows just San Luis County, the only county in red still. That's the bad news one. That's the one where people do not like us. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gosh,
seriously, what if you type in onto your search bar, just type in CIF Central Section. Okay, here we go. Look, wait, stop typing. It's right there. 2020, 2021 sport calendar.
Oh,
right below your
there.
Boom. And then you click here. Up.
Oh, here. There.
Yeah. There we go. And then
All
it's
right.
the third page.
Perfect. There it is. All right, I'm going to copy this link again and put it in the chat so people can see it. All right, that's all I needed from you.
Yeah, and I think last time we were trying to talk about tennis because I told you how basically everything's a season 2 sport outside of the traditional fall sports, but there will be girls tennis CIF, and I actually just found out that Templeton High is on the hook to be hosting the league tournament for tennis. So,
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I got lots of planning to do once I get off the phone here and try and figure out how we're going to make this happen.
So this is May 17th through the 27th.
So that would be the CIF playoffs. Before that, we have a league tournament to find out the representatives, which I think the league tournament is going to be May 7th and 8th. If that's May 7th and 8th, something like that for girls, and then boys would be the following week.
Okay. Do they have a PA system? Do they do music? Is there something I need to prepare for? Or?
You know, it would take it to the next level. So probably make your soundtrack and bring the PA system.
Perfect.
I don't know the facility that we're going to be at quite yet, but once I get that locked down, we'll throw you out there and you'll be the DJ.
Perfect. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, cool. Joe, have a great week.
Okay, you too, Mike, and I'll see you again on Friday if nothing else.
Yeah, we'll see you out there.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Joe. All right, Joe Farley, the athletic director for Templeton High School. Dude is a stud. He is very gracious to give us his time and talk about all things that are happening in regards to sports and guidance. And so tomorrow at 1:30, we will find out if, in fact, that we will move into the other tier, the better tier, I guess, that allows for more spectators. And here's to hoping so, right? I mean, we've got Friday is the last football game of the year. It's the senior day. It would be really special if we had 4 people in attendance per player to fill the stadium. Although I will say this, on Friday night at San Luis, they had the same restrictions as us, and that stadium wasn't packed by any stretch of the imagination, but it was loud. The people that were there were rooting like crazy and cheering the team. It was just loud. It was a lot of fun, and the cheerleaders were loud, and the crowd got into it on both sides. I was sitting across from the Templeton side, and the Templeton side was loud. We had parents that were just going nuts, and it was exciting. And so I've got to imagine if we've got 2 people still on Friday per household, we can get as loud, if not louder, than San Luis. And then if there's 4 people allowed, then that would even mean that we would just be that much louder. And so here's to hoping, right? It's senior day. And so obviously there will be kids doing the parking lot party thing. That is a public gathering on public property. And so they are doing what they have, I guess, their right to do and doing their own thing. And so that's okay too, I guess. So the schedule on the screen right now, this is the second season schedule. CIF Central section is talking about all the playoffs. I posted that in the chat right now, so you guys can see that. All you got to do is click on it, and it gives you the schedule. I was looking for it last night and just couldn't find it for the life of me. And so there it is. All right, it's Monday, the 26th of April. We have been talking about what's going on in terms of the schools, the activities, the sports. We had a good week last week, a good weekend of sports. Basketball's kicking off. Coach Sudbrink, Coach Kaler, I'm going to get you guys on at some point this week. Coach Cherry, I should probably be making a list. Cherry, Sudbrink, Kaler. Who else do I need to get on this week to talk about what's going on? Supposed to have Robert Hamilton Owens in tomorrow. I've got to verify with him. His schedule changed a little. Robert Hamilton Owens, just so you guys know, maybe you don't, is the world's oldest and fittest athlete in the world. He's 69 years old. At the age of 66, he ran 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. That's Robert Hamilton Owens. He is kind of this world-renowned ultramarathon guy. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat this morning. Here he is, Robert Hamilton Owens. Good-looking dude. He's 69, 70 years old. He's an athlete, author, speaker, adventurer. He has a book out called Beyond Average. It's available at roberthamiltonowens.com. Drop that in the chat for you guys so you can. Oh, that's not it. Boom, boom, boom. Where did I lost it? Here we go. Drop this in the chat for you so you can order it if you want. But Robert Hamilton Owens has a really extraordinary story. His last marathon he ran, he ended up having a heart attack shortly after. He wasn't feeling right, and he went down with a heart attack, but he's fully recovered from that. He actually got COVID last year, and so he's in the process of reevaluating his lung capacity. It kind of knocked him down. And so he's retraining himself right now. He's got a goal at 70 years old to do another crazy ultra type marathon thing. So he's going to talk about that when we get him on. He he's been featured on, all kinds of things. I found out about him and heard about him when he was on the Tom Brady TB12 podcast a few weeks ago, talking about his story. Just a phenomenal guy. He was a pastor. He was a team chaplain for the University of Nevada, Reno Wolfpack football team for a number of years. He planted churches. Just an extraordinary story. He was abused as a kid. He overindulged in alcohol in his early 20s and 30s and kind of, fixed that part of his life. And it's just, he's got just an incredible story, huge inspiration. And for me, it's what I want to aspire to be like at 70 years old. I mean, he's the fittest 70-year-old, or known for being the fittest 70-year-old, and being able to obviously perform at a high level at that age is just really impressive. And so that's somebody that I'm looking forward to having on the show tomorrow. Again, I got to confirm with him that he can still meet this week, but the goal was the plan was to originally have him on tomorrow. So I'm going to follow up with him after the show to make sure that we are still in alignment with that. And then also I'm going to do a kind of a longer form recorded podcast and drop that onto my podcast channel as well. To just kind of deep dive his story a little more. Tomorrow, we'll talk to him about, I'm going to talk to him about his diet, his exercise regimen, his mindset, his kind of sole focus and what he teaches people about, because he's also a mentor, let me get my notes. Hold on here. The big thing that he had to overcome was food addiction, right? The thought of food addiction and really what that means to him. And he tries to help people retrain their brains to think of food as take it from a comfort or coping mechanism to a fueling device, right? And so changing your food addiction from fuel as a comfort to her food as a comfort to food as a fuel. And he attributes that thought process to something called the unbeatable mind method. So that's another, it's somebody called Mark Divine that has this unbeatable mind method that he follows. But we're going to talk to him about his nutrition, his aging, things that he's done to kind of keep up with his body and his fitness regimen. And then also just kind of talk to him about, what his plans are for his 70th birthday. And then also how COVID has affected his lifestyle. So that's hopefully tomorrow still. I've got to reconfirm that with him. But other than that, this week, we're going to have Mr. Lewis come in to do some history lessons with us. We're going to have, where are we? Boom, boom. We're going to have a district update on Wednesday, and we're going to have Coach Crow in again to do something with us. We're going to have Mr. Mack every single day. Mr. Aston will be here tomorrow. He's the principal at the high school. He's going to be checking in with us. And who else is going to be on with us? Oh, Melissa Johnson's going to check in with us this week, which will be great. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to scroll through and find something for you guys. Oh gosh, where did I lose it? I'm sorry. I'm searching for something that I can't find. Oh, this is what I wanted to find. Was it this? I think it was this one, but let me see if I can get it. All right. Yeah, I was going to replay an interview that we had with Mr. Trent Wills a couple weeks back. I wanted to show you guys this as a baseball interview and just kind of give you a highlight of the baseball team. So I wanted to finish the show out with that this morning. I just didn't have it up and ready, but so yeah, we're going to have I also wanted to get Malcolm High back on the show this week. Malcolm's going to talk more about some of the videos he's been producing with us and show us that stuff. So, all right, with that being said, it's 8:47. I'm going to show this baseball Trent Wills interview again, and then we'll check back in with Mr. Anthony Reed before the closeout of the show, and we will go from there. And now it's the moment everybody's been waiting for. Let's talk Templeton baseball with my stepson, Mr. Trent Wills. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you, Dad? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You do not want me as a dad. Trust me. You can ask Noel.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell me about your senior year. Here we are thinking, we're not going to have baseball. We're not going to play sports this year. All the kids kind of, lax a little, start getting the dad bod going. You're not really working out as hard because there's nothing to work out for. And then all of a sudden, bam, we're playing baseball. Is that you, or did you kind of maintain working out and staying fit and getting ready?
I tried my best to stay over quarantine, like just working out with a couple of my buddies' dads, getting hacks in every time I could. A lot of kids didn't, and it's kind of starting to show right now because, we had our first game and we've been practicing for 2 months, and a lot of kids are like, "Oh, my arm's right. Getting a little sore. My arm's getting a little sore." It's just without that habit of throwing just about all day, every day. It kind of gets to you pretty quickly.
Yeah, how's the squad look? You guys, a lot of returners this year?
Yeah, we do. It's a senior-based team this year for sure. But it's pretty good. We've been waiting a long time for this team to happen. So,
and you guys have all pretty much grown up together and played together your whole life, right?
Yeah.
So cool. And I should know this. Are you a middle infielder? What position you play?
Right now, I'm playing first base because I have a little bit of a problem in my shoulder. But usually, I'll play outfield or pitch. But
okay.
First base.
Awesome. So, what'd you do to your shoulder?
I actually, when I pitched, I put my arm too far behind my back every time when I threw, and I got a slight tear in my labrum, which connects all of my muscles to my shoulder. So that part is not feeling too great. And
does that affect your batting at all, or just your throwing?
Just my throwing. So I can bat and do all that.
Well, that's a bummer. So you're obviously not throwing anybody out at home.
No.
That sucks. Oh man. Okay, so tell me, you guys, what's on the agenda? What do you have lined up here in the next week or so? What games are you looking forward to? Any predictions? What do you think?
Saturday is a big game at 11 o'clock in the morning. We play Morro Bay, and usually Morro Bay is always a tough contender, but they're supposed to be pretty darn good this year. So we're excited to play them, and especially at home, we're going to be on the home field playing Morro Bay, and it's always fun with them. So.
That's cool. And is it a doubleheader or is it just one game?
Just one game.
Okay. All right. So who's on the mound?
Robbie.
Did they announce it?
Robbie Lardner.
Okay. And Robbie's a lefty, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So Robbie's on the mound. That's tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the Vineyard Elementary School, the field in the back. the rules are two. I lost it. Hold on. I think it's two people per player there, but I think it's live streamed too. They set up the camera yet?
I'm not sure. They should.
Okay. I think I'll check it out to make sure that I'm speaking correctly. But okay, so you guys have a big schedule. There's 30 something games, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be having like 2 to 3 games a week. Just
And how many games have we done so far? One, two, one. Okay, yeah. So a lot of baseball left. You guys are practicing pretty much every day that you're not playing. I did see there was some construction done on the field over the weekend. You guys rebuilt the mound. You were out there, right?
Yeah, me, Robbie, Kiko, and Ryan. We're all out. My dad and Ryan's dad.
And your dad was out there. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
So you guys basically took that mound, the hump, down to flat and rebuilt the entire thing.
Yeah, we dug out all the clay, the mound, everything, and then Ryan got some really nice clay, and we built it from the bottom up. And it's a beautiful mound now. I'm so stoked to.
That's awesome. Are you kind of bummed that you don't get to throw off of it?
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
They were taking like their first throws, and I was like, I just want to have just one throw.
Yeah.
But
And then Robbie's gonna screw it all up. Great. Yeah. No. So cool. All right. So what do you think your strongest points are as a team this year? Is it your defense? Is it your offense? What do you guys think?
Right now, I think our defense is pretty solid, especially just all around defense. Actually, we get the small plays done. We get them done easily, and so that's like huge for us. Just to constantly have that no-brainer, easy play every time. It helps out.
Yeah, good. And then I have to ask this question: growing up in Templeton, are you a Bay Area guy or are you a SoCal baseball fan?
Bay Area.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't say Giants.
Oh, I'm gonna say Giants.
Oh wow! Actually, the Giants have an awesome organization, beautiful baseball field. But I'm a lifelong Dodger fan myself. But that's a fun rivalry, right?
Oh my gosh, it's the best. Especially my big tall best friend's also a Dodgers fan, dude. We always butt heads about that stuff.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So Morro Bay, is that your biggest rival?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a good game tomorrow.
It's gonna be a great game. I'm so
That's
excited for it.
super exciting.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. What is the lineup out yet? Do you know what you're batting or is it pretty stable all the time?
It's kind of stays the same, but as of last game, I'm hitting leadoff, and pretty sure Connor's right behind me. Then it goes Robbie, Merrick, and then Gavin.
Okay.
Since he's behind that.
And who's the fastest on the team? Is it you?
No, Robbie's the fastest by a long.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He gets those long legs moving.
Really?
Yeah, his home to home running all the way around is ridiculously fast.
Wow. You guys have a tall team too. You got Robbie and Will.
Yeah.
Who else? Even Ryan's got some height on him now.
Yeah, Ryan. But after that, it kind of drops pretty steep.
Yeah.
Me, Gavin, Merrick, yeah.
So what are your plans after high school? What are you doing?
I'm trying to go play JUCO baseball. I'm kind of just trying to fill out my arm first, though, because I was planning to go for either pitching or outfield. So kind of just on the fence about that right now.
Are you going to stay local or are you going to try to go somewhere else?
If I do go somewhere else, it'll probably be just in Nevada. So probably stay pretty close, but if not, I'll be in Nevada.
Awesome. Well, I want to have you on, if we can get you on next week to kind of give us a weekly update, that'd be awesome if you're up for it.
Oh, for sure, dude. This was a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Coach Tompkins to join me, but he's not taking me up on it yet. So
I'll talk to him about it. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, you might have to represent there.
Got you.
Awesome. Well, Trent, I appreciate you coming on today, and good luck tomorrow. Take care of that arm. Trust me, as a 43-year-old dad, if you don't take care of your body, you're going to be hurting. Funny story about Noel, right? Noel played baseball when he was little, stopped playing for 5 years, 6 years, and then decided he wanted to start throwing again last year before COVID. And so I dusted off the old. All right, I'm stopping that interview. I want to show you guys something. Let me see it, and if I can figure out how to restart it here. Choose video. Where is it? Trent. Okay. Where is it? And now it's the moment everybody's been waiting for. Let's talk Templeton baseball with my stepson, Mr. Trent Wills. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you, Dad? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. You do not want me as a dad. Trust me. You can ask Noel. I was trying to get a screenshot of that. Maybe I can get a screenshot. Let me see if I can pull it up. I want to show you a comparison from me doing that interview to me to today, side by side, to talk really quickly about the difference that 30 days or so makes on this challenge. And so, Anthony, I'm going to pull you up. I got Joe's caption up still. I'm going to have you talk amongst yourselves, entertain the crowd while I look for this clip. I'm going to get a screenshot, and then we'll go from there.
All right, no problem. So I'm Anthony Reed. I'm sure most of you know me by now. I'm kind of like a co-host to Mike Brady here in terms of the news. So basically, I just bring news, local news here. For the SLO County, North County. I run Paso Robles Incidents in Action, which is based here in Paso. So what's going on here today is just a lot of random police calls today. So far this morning, there was a head-on traffic collision with no injuries early this morning at about 12:30 this morning. On 24th and Vine Street. I'm sure when Mike gets it together, he can pull up the footage of what I got this morning. So just wait for Mike on that. Other than that, nothing else really going on. Just kind of getting the day started here as Mike has some footage up. So I'll pass it back over to Mike.
Yeah, what I wanted to show you was this is on this picture of me right here on the left. That's 3/26, exactly a month ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to play that clip, that interview of me and Trent talking about baseball. That was literally 1 month ago on 3/26. And now today, 4/26. This is me. This one. That one right there is 3/26. This is 4/26. In my first, and I started the challenge here. Sorry, I'm totally derailing your news update. My bad. But I'm on day 28 today. Okay. So in 28 days, I've lost around 19 pounds. And you could see my face just as a whole, it's a lot more round in this picture. Mm-hmm. Let me just see here. Okay, that's maybe a little better. I've lost a ton of weight in my face, and I carry a lot of weight in my face. My eyes, this is 28 days, no sugar, no gluten, no dairy, no alcohol, exercising twice a day, drinking a gallon of water a day, and maintaining a healthy diet, and then also reading 10 pages a day. The difference that I see in myself in 28 days, well, more specifically 30 days, right? Because this is the 26th of March versus the 26th of April. I'm blown away, and typically you don't really see the results in yourself as you're tracking the progress, but I can clearly see watching this interview that versus this, what a difference. And so I'm just here to tell you guys, if there's something that you want to change or figure out in regards to your health and your fitness and your mentality, this last 28 days has just done absolute wonders for me, psychologically, mentally, physically, and ultimately as it relates to just the overall appearance. And so that's just proof right there for me, enough proof for me to keep going here. And obviously every single day is a challenge, but we just continue to kind of work hard and plug away at it. So all right. So with that being said, it's 9 a.m. Yeah, Anthony had talked about there was an accident overnight. And so I'm gonna pull that back up.
And after that, I couldn't get to sleep. It was weird. And I didn't fall asleep until probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I'm sure after the show, in a few minutes, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
So what was the deal the other day when you slept in? You missed the show. You slept in.
Therapy?
I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. All right, let's see here.
Oh.
So here's Anthony's Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. Follow Paso Robles Incidents on Instagram. He's got kind of all these pictures from last night's accident. This is a DUI where the driver and the passenger of that blue vehicle were obviously under the influence. So, and
actually, you want to know something that's even more crazy about that?
Yeah.
Is that that white car, that white Honda, my friend who lives nearby, where the car was parked, he was borrowing that car from his friend, and he parked it about probably an hour and a half before it got hit.
Wow.
Yeah, he just called me about a half an hour ago and said, "Hey, that's my friend's car."
That's hilarious.
So,
well, small town.
So I'm like, yeah, I was there, and he goes, yeah, I'm looking at your post and all that, and he goes, I was going to report the car stolen, and when I called the police to report it, they told me that it was in an accident, and he goes, I didn't even hear it. So,
jeez.
So, so he went to go get in the car to go to work this morning, and he went outside and no car. So, oh,
what a nightmare.
So, yeah. So,
all right, Anthony. It's Tuesday tomorrow, the day before your birthday.
Yep.
Enjoy your last day of being. Oh, go.
My dad's birthday is on Thursday as well. So.
Oh, your dad's on Thursday?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so a week of birthdays. So you're gonna have to go to dinner twice this week.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good deal.
Yep.
All right. Well, we will check back with you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks for grabbing this news for us.
All right, no worries. See you tomorrow.
All right, Anthony. All right, that's Mr. Anthony Reed, Paso Robles Incidents and Actions, and I'm Mike Brady. It is 9:04. The show has gone a little long, so we're gonna close it out. April 26, 2021. The sun is out. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's a fresh start. I hope you guys go out and make it what you want it to be. I'm certainly going to try my hardest to do that. And I'm going to be okay with my failures. I'm going to be okay with things not necessarily going as planned. It's not going to stop me from moving forward. And so I hope it doesn't stop you either. I hope everybody has a great day. And go out and bless somebody.